If you're an American and you're planning to move to Italy, there are things that apply to you specifically that don't apply to anyone else watching this channel. 3 things actually: your money, your social security, and your healthcare. On the money, Italy can tax your worldwide income, your IRA, your 401k, your Roth, yes, even your social security payments. On the social security side, there are good news. There is a US-Italy agreement that prevents you paying into both systems. But most people don't understand how it actually works until it's too late to plan around it. On the healthcare side, this one surprises most people, because before you even get residency, you need to have private health insurance. And after you get residency, accessing the Italian healthcare system as an American is not what most people expect. So that's 3 issues, 3 things to get right, and all 3 need to be understood before you commit to anything. Stay with me. Both Italy and the US tax their residents on their worldwide income, but there are solutions, and I will get to those in a moment. First, let's go through what's actually affected. Italy treats IRA and 401k withdrawals as ordinary income. They get added to your Italian taxable income, and they're taxed at a progressive rate from 23% and up to 43%. That's higher than most Americans expect. Your Roth is the one that catches people off guard, because in the US, Roth withdrawals are tax-free. Italy does not recognize that. Once you're an Italian resident, Italy can tax your Roth distributions as ordinary income, even though this is money you've already paid taxes on in the US. And this is one situation you really want to plan around before you make the move. Under the US-Italian treaty, Italy has the right to tax your social security benefits as part of your worldwide income. It's not protected just because it comes from the US government. The foreign tax credit usually prevents paying taxes in both countries on the same income. But the liability in Italy is real and has to be planned for. We'll go deeper into Social Security specifically in the next section. So the main tool for most Americans is the foreign tax credit. Dollar for dollar, credits on Italian taxes paid applied against the US tax bill. In most cases, this eliminates your US liability on income already paid in Italy. It doesn't reduce what you owe in Italy, but it does prevent paying taxes twice. Then there's the 7% flat tax. If you're moving to a qualified town in southern Italy with under 30,000 residents now, in regions like Sicily, Calabria, Puglia, you pay a 7% flat tax on all foreign income up to 10 years. For large pensions or high social security income, the saving is significant, but it is geographically restricted. It does not apply to Tuscany or the lakes or anywhere in northern Italy pretty much. The most underrated solution is pre-departure planning. Withdrawing from your Roth before you become an Italian resident, restructuring investments, and timing your move carefully. Decisions made before you board the plane save you more money than any regime can fix afterwards. This is why you need a US-Italy tax specialist before you commit to anything. That's not a general accountant, that's someone who specializes in both systems. If you do want a referral, there's an email in the description, let me know. Let's talk about Social Security, because this is where most Americans have the most questions and where the most planning needs to happen. The US and Italy have what's called the totalization agreement. In plain English, it prevents you from paying into both social security systems at the same time. If you're still working while you move to Italy, this matters a lot. Without the agreement, You could theoretically owe social security contributions to both US and Italy on the same income. The agreement eliminates that. Depending on your situation, who employs you, how long you'll be in Italy, you will pay into one system or the other and not both. If you are retired and receiving social security, the totalization agreement is less directly relevant to your monthly payments. What matters more at that point is the tax treaty, which we covered in the last section. What the agreement doesn't do, and this is a part that people actually misunderstand, the totalization agreement protects you from double social security payments. It does not protect you from social security benefits from Italian income tax. Those are two completely separate things. Your monthly social security payments arrive in Italy, Italy sees it as income, and it gets taxed as part of your worldwide income under Italian progressive rates. The foreign tax credit helps, but the liability is real. And here is the most important thing I can tell you about the social security system in Italy. The decisions you make before you leave the US matter much more than any decision you can make after you arrive in Italy. When you start taking social security, whether you've maximized your benefits before moving, how your other income sources interact with your social security and the Italian system, these are not decisions you can easily undo once you're a tax resident in Italy. Getting this wrong costs real money, not small amounts. Real amounts over years. And this is why I keep coming to the same point. Get a US-Italy tax specialist before you commit. This is not to scare you, because people who plan this properly end up significantly better off than the people who figure this out as they go. Healthcare is the one that surprises Americans the most. Not because Italy's system is bad, actually it's very good, but because the path to accessing it as an American is more complicated than most people expect. Let's break this down into two stages: before residency and after. Before you have Italian residency, you're not entitled to the Italian healthcare system. And this is not optional. If you are applying for an Elective Residency Visa, proof of private health insurance is a requirement. Without it, you don't get the visa. The cost depends on your age and level of coverage. In your 50s, it's gonna be between 150 and 250 euros per person per month for solid coverage. In your 60s, probably between 250 and 400. Again, these are estimates. The actual premium depends on your health and your health history, the provider, and the plan you choose. I've put a link in the description for International Citizens Insurance. They specialize in Americans moving abroad. You can compare plans and get quotes at no cost. Now, before we move on, there is something about Medicare that you need to think about and know. Before you cancel your Medicare cover, think very carefully. If you cancel Medicare Part B and later decide to return to the US or simply change your mind about the move, re-enrolling comes with a permanent penalty. Your premiums go up for every year you were without coverage. And if you had a Medicare supplement plan, you will have to medically qualify for it again to get back on it. And many people won't be able to. The practical implication is this: many people moving to Italy keep their Medicare running, at least initially, while also paying for private insurance in Italy. And yes, that means paying for both at the same time. It is an added cost, but for people who are not completely certain that their move is permanent, it is significantly cheaper than losing your Medicare benefits for good. Once you do have Italian residency, you can register with SSN. That's the Servizio Sanitario Nazionale, Italy's national public health system. As an American without employment, you register voluntarily. The annual contribution is between 400 and 700 euros per year. That's not per month, that's per year. And for what it covers, that's extraordinary value. So what does it cover? GP visits, hospital care, special referrals, prescriptions at subsidized prices, and emergency care. And then there's what it doesn't cover as well. Dental, which is mostly private in Italy, specialist wait times, which can be quite long for non-urgent appointments, and outside major cities, finding an English-speaking doctor is not guaranteed. Actually, this is one of the things I do encourage people, is to learn some Italian before you make the move. It makes it so much easier. Now, many people on SSN also keep a private supplemental insurance. It's kind of a top-up policy. That's faster specialist access, English-speaking doctors, dental and optical. A basic top-up plan can run you between 50 and 150 euros depending on your age and coverage. This does give you the security of the public system with the flexibility of private when you need it. Now, if you're still here, these are your next tips. Pause this video and fill the relocation questionnaire in the description below. It takes 2 minutes and it really helps me give you better answers to the questions for your specific situation. Next, you should download my Italian relocation starter roadmap, also in the description below. It has every step of this process mapped out, so you always know what comes next. And then, I would love for you to come and join the Italy Relocation Planning Club. First 7 days are completely free, and there you get the tax questions, the healthcare questions, the visa questions, and most importantly, your personal questions answered. That's exactly what we dig into there. Again, all 3 links are below, and also don't forget to subscribe. Now, if taxes are what brought you here, I think you should watch this video next, because it is a very clear explanation about the 7% flat tax available in Italy for foreign residents.